May mga report na noon nung naglaban ng Pakistan at India na sablay daw yung mga weapon na galing sa China. So ngayon mga tol, may lumalabas ulit na mga ulat, mga balita kung saan na-expose ulit na mga mahihinang klase lang daw mga tol yung mga kagamitan o yung mga pandigmang kagamitan na mula ulit sa China. Pag-usapan natin to mga tol, samahan ninyo ako.
I'm just a young nigga chillin' on it. First time I seen ice was a
Alright mga kapatid, welcome ulit sa ating bagong video, reaction, review, commentary, opinion, criticism at kung ano-ano pa. Meron tayong panonoorin mula rito sa China Observer. Maliit na bahagi lang mga tol yung panonoorin natin. Kung gusto nyong panoorin ng buo, ilalagay ko na lang yung link sa ibaba. Pero ito'y may kinalaman, no? Doon nga sa mga battle tank. China $6 million ang halaga, no? VT-4 tank blows up after just 200 shots in Thailand, Cambodia clash. Terrible quality, sabing ganun mga tol. Bago natin to simulan, syempre wag niyong kalimutan mag-subscribe. Click nyo na rin ang notification bell para ma-notify kayo whenever na may mga bago tayong reaction video tulad nito. At kung ikaw naman ay nanonood sa ating FB page, syempre wag mo rin kalimutan mag-follow and like. Mga kapatid, nasa 189,000 na po tayo to 190,000. Maraming salamat sa ating mga bagong followers. Sana bago matapos ang taong to, maabot natin yung 200,000 followers dito sa FB page natin. Alright, so wag na natin patagalin pa, panoorin na natin to mga tol.
On December 12, 2025, the conflict at the Thailand-Cambodia border took an unexpected turn when a photo surfaced, revealing an embarrassing flaw involving Chinese military technology.
Eto may kinalaman ulit mga tol, no? Chinese technology, gawang China o made in China tank. Hindi ko alam, nakalimutan ko kung ano ba gumagamit nito, Cambodia o Thailand. Sa Cambodia ata mga kapatid, no? Sa kanila ata yung mga Chinese made.
The photo shows a Thai Army VT-4
Thai Army. So eto, gamit ng Thailand o Thai Army. Eto, after 200 shots daw mga tol, nasira na lang ng kusa. No, sumabog, nasira na lang yung made in China na tangke.
main battle tank, a high-end model exported by China's North Industries Group, also called Norinco. It's worth over $6 million. When Thailand purchased these tanks, they were touted as nearly identical to China's 99A model, with enhanced capabilities, making them the strongest in Asia. However, during their first real battle, the tank's 125mm cannon was completely destroyed.
Ooh. Kaya pala umaawat ng todo ngayon ang China mga tol dito sa clash ng Cambodia sa Thailand. Kasi baka mas marami pang tangke ang masira, no?
While the turret and chassis remained intact, the cannon mount was left with a massive hole.
Ayun Kitang-kita yung yung butas ng cannon, wasak na.
Clear sign of catastrophic failure. The incident caused an uproar online, as critics noted that this high-priced Chinese tank, bought at a premium, quickly lost its most powerful weapon after just a few shots. It is a harsh blow to the reputation of Chinese military manufacturing.
Ito yung mga kapatid, kumbaga yung mga battle tank na galing ng China, yung mga eroplano na galing ng China, yung mga missile na galing ng China. Kumbaga ito yung parang debut battle nila. Kasi yung China hindi naman nasasangkot sa mga kaguluhan, yung mga gera, hindi naman sila napapalaban eh. So ibig sabihin yung mga missile na ipinaparada nila, mga helicopter, mga fighter jets na ipinaparada nila mga tol, hindi talaga as in nagagamit yun sa aktual. Puro sa mga testing lang, puro sa mga military exercises, doon lang nagagamit. Pero sa actual na battle mga tol, hindi China ang bumibinyag doon sa kanilang mga kagamitan, kundi yung ibang bansa na bumibili sa kanila. For example, yung Pakistan. 'Di ba? Yung mga missile na binili ng Pakistan sa China, sila unang-unang gumamit noon mga tol, hindi China. At yun nga, na-expose ng India kung gaano kahina yung mga yon, maraming sablay. Eto naman mga tol, yung mga battle tank na to, mga tol, mga premium quality pa daw, na-expose na ngayon ng Thailand na ganito pala siya kahina, no? So paano yan pag nagkaroon talaga ng totoong laban? Anong gagamitin ng China kung ganito pala kahihina yung mga nila? Mga kagamitan nila.
Weapon after just a few shots. It is a harsh blow to the reputation of Chinese military manufacturing. The disappearing gun barrel, a devastating structural breakdown.
The disappearing gun barrel, devastating structural breakdown.
This incident is nothing like the typical barrel failure, when the middle or muzzle of the barrel bursts. That's called a brittle fracture, and you can make excuses for it. Maybe the steel was overheated or lacked toughness, but this is different.
So kulang sa tigas mga tol yung barrel nung kanyon nila, kasi yung mismong kanyon nila yung bumuka. 'Di ba? Dapat ano 'to, yung tipong magagamit mo ng hanggang sa matapos ang labanan. Ito after 200 shots lang daw, bumuka na yung barrel nung ano, nitong tangke.
and you can make excuses for it. Maybe the steel was overheated or lacked toughness. But this is different. The entire multi-ton, 125mm barrel completely vanished from its base, leaving
Ooh.
only a charred hole where the shield used to be. It's as if the tank never had a gun at all. What's astonishing is that the rest of the tank remained remarkably intact. The top hatch wasn't blown off, the reactive armor stayed in place, and the sighting equipment wasn't shattered.
Aanhin mo yung tangke kung wala na yung pinaka-armas niya. Oo, intact pa yung tangke pero wala na yung barrel. 'Di ba?
Even the side skirt plates were fine. The scene rules out the most catastrophic failure, which is the breech failure. If the breech had failed, high-pressure gas would explode inside the turret, causing the impact to burst the top hatch, distort the seat ring, and likely kill the crew. But in this case, the crew was only injured, suggesting there was no internal explosion. So where did the barrel go? The only logical explanation is that under immense recoil, the entire barrel was ejected from its mount, like a missile flying off. The structure that should have kept its place, the trunnion, or the cannon's shoulder joint, completely snapped.
So terrible quality nga talaga. Kumbaga pagputok mga tol, tumilapon din pati yung pinakakanyon dahil dun sa recoil, hindi kinaya yung puwersa. Ibig sabihin yung bakal na ginamit doon talagang hindi ganon katibay, hindi ganon yung kalidad. Diba? Tapos ang tapang nila hamunin yung Japan. Syempre pagdating sa Japan mga tol, alam naman natin yung quality ng mga, pag sinabing ano yan, made in Japan, maganda quality niyan, di ba? Tapos US pa. Ano pa ba mga tinatakot nitong China, di ba? Wala, Pilipinas lang talaga natatakot nila ng husto eh.
Missile flying off. The structure that should have kept its place, the trunnion, or the cannon's shoulder joint, completely snapped. The breaking of the trunnion is the real disgrace. A burst barrel can be blamed pushing for extreme chamber pressure, but even a broken trunnion is a failure of the most basic industrial casting or forging processes. If you can't even secure a few tons of barrel to the tank, how can you claim to have a modern main battle tank?
Tama, di ba?
Previously, some defended this issue by claiming that the barrel overheated after 200 shots, but when faced with the undeniable fact that the barrel literally flew out while the tank's body remained mostly undamaged, this excuse falls apart.
Yung barrel daw flew out, kumbaga tumilapon, hindi basta-basta pwedeng sabihing nag-overheat lang. Sige, pwede sabihin natin nag-overheat after 200 shots, pero ang nangyari dito sa barrel, yung pinaka-canyon niya sa ibabaw, tumilapon as in nawala talaga sa napunta. Hindi dapat nangyayari yon sa tangke na lalong-lalo na made o ginawa talaga para sa pakikipaglaban. Diba? Kaso may hangganan hanggang 200 shot ka lang $6 million ang halaga nito tapos premium hanggang 200 shot lang. Tapos titilapon, ano yun, disposable, tangking disposable ang putek.
An overheated barrel might soften, sag, lose accuracy, or even rupture at its thinnest point, but it wouldn't cause the trunnion structure to fail catastrophically. The design is clear, the barrel is expendable, but the mounting structure and trunnion must be far stronger. Even if the barrel becomes useless, the fixed structure should keep it firmly in place, not allow it to turn into an out-of-control flying metal rod. What this photo reveals isn't just a broken barrel, it's a fundamental flaw in China's military industrial capacity. The trunnion, a critical load-bearing part, should have been made with high-strength forged steel, which resists fatigue and cracking. But to cut costs, this export model likely used precision casting, which is prone to defects like air pockets and shrinkage. Combined with poor steel purity and extreme heat treatment that makes it hard but brittle, this hidden weakness quickly spread into cracks under the intense recoil.
Pero dahil sa mga exposure na to mga tol, tong sa mga pag-expose na to, no, baka biglang bumaba yung mga magbibili o magtitiwala sa mga China-made pagdating dito sa mga ganitong mga bagay. Sabi ko nga nung nakaraan di ba, kung gagamitin mo lang naman na madalian sa kagamitan lang sa bahay, mga tipong pinggan, kutsara, tinidor, mga ganun lang, pwede pa made in China. Pero pag syempre gagamitin mo sa pakikipaglaban, dyan nakasalalay yung ano mo di ba, yung victory mo dyan nakasalalay. Kasi kung ang gagamitin mo puro mga palyadong sasakyan, halimbawa palyadong tangke, wala, matatalo ka nung kalaban mo. Dyan nakasalalay yung victory mo, kailangan maano mo sila matalo mo sila Pero pag ganyang kahina, di yari ka.
This disappearing barrel wasn't destroyed by overheating. It's a result of a complete collapse of the entire system, from microscopic structural flaws to macro-level failure. It signifies that while Chinese military manufacturers can design futuristic blueprints and produce flashy electronics, they can't build steel joints that withstand the rigors of real combat. For $6 million, this top-of-the-line export product, when used in real combat for the first time, lost its most crucial weapon.
First combat pa, first time pa to
This was a serious blow to China's military reputation, debunking the 200 shots excuse. The Chinese community has clung to the excuse that the tank fired 200 rounds too aggressively. They claim that the Thais pushed the tank too hard,
Too aggressively. Siyempre, labanan yan, gera yan. Talagang aggressive talaga yan. Saka dapat hindi walang limitation talaga na. Hanggang 200 shot lang to Kaya saka kung pagpapaputok ka, wag dapat sunod-sunod Dapat pa isa-isa lang. Hindi pwede yun. Premium nga to di ba? $6 million tapos merong kahinaan.
treating it like artillery. But does this argument hold water? Absolutely not. Let's break this down with facts and simple logic to see whether this was misuse or just blatant industrial flaw. First, the number of 200 shots itself is highly questionable. The VT-4 tank carries only 38 rounds, with 22 in the autoloader. To fire 200 rounds, the crew would need to reload 5 to 6 times. Each reload means hauling several tons of 125mm shells, which in a tropical jungle without a professional logistics team is nearly impossible. Let's not forget that modern battlefields are filled with drones, meaning tanks can't sit still for long. After firing just 10 to 20 rounds, a tank needs to move to avoid becoming a target. Is it realistic to expect the Thais to have used this tank like a stationary artillery piece, firing 200 rounds over several days? This tactic doesn't make sense and is likely exaggerated, or the data is unreliable.
So mukhang hindi pa totoo yun dahil nagpaputok daw ng 200 shots kasi 38 rounds lang daw ang laman nito. So after nun, kailangan magre-reload sila at kailangan umalis muna sila sa pwesto nila o tumabi muna sila kasi pag dun sila magre-reload mismo sa pwestong yun, magiging target nga naman sila mga tol. Diba? So parang excuse na lang yung nagpaputok kasi ng 200 rounds. Saka dapat kahit magpaputok ng 200 rounds, hindi naman ganun sunod-sunod pala dahil kailangan muna nilang mag-reload 5 to 6 times. Nakakapagpahinga yun. Ibig sabihin kahit papano lumalamig yun. Lumalamig. So bakit biglang masisirang ganun? Anyway, mga kapatid, ikaw bilang isang manonood, ano ang iyong masasabi dito sa capability o sa kakayanan nitong tangking gawa sa China? Pwede ka magbigay ng iyong komento, no? Iiwan ko na lang yung link ng video ito para mapanood mo sa ibaba ng buo, no? Para mapanood mo ng buo itong video to. Ilalagay ko na lang sa description box yung link nitong video to, no? Alright, so hanggang sa muli mga tol, ako nga pala si Shobal D. Peace out.